Hello. We are going to play some Blitz. I have the black pieces, d4, and I will play d5. Knight to f3, I will play e6. Okay, we are going to get the London system. Okay. I'm going to try to trade those bishops, which in this structure would be the ideal and most powerful attacking piece for white. Knight c6. If he goes knight to e5, okay, I'm going to try to force his knight to move. If it goes to e5, not taking, I want something like knight d7 and f6 probably. Here I can actually take, which okay, I thought he had to take not to ruin his structure, but doesn't care. Maybe queen d6 was more accurate to keep an eye on the knight. There's a 0.5. I want to take the control. Okay, maybe I can go for this to try and activate the knight, which is not doing much on c6. He wants knight g5, after which the pawn on f7 will be very difficult to defend. Okay, h6. Another move I'm very happy to play, but yeah, for instance, maybe he has some g4 ideas now. Yep. Okay, I'm jumping to e4. At least the pawn on... Oh. Need to charge the laptop. If I go h5... Now maybe I should probably trade at least one pair of rooks. Structure-wise, I'm doing very well, but it's not always the only factor in a chess game. So, okay, what is this? What's his idea? If I capture, he wants to put the other knight there, but what's his follow-up? He wants queen h3, but okay, I'm gonna trade one, play rook c8. He's probably not going to exchange. And now I think I can play this safely. I have knight to f6 at least. If he moves the knight to uncover and attack on my pawn on e6, we'll have to react in a way I have not found just yet. Queen to c6 looks like an okay move to me. On knight g5 I will play... On knight g5 I have queen to c1 actually. Rook takes, rook takes, king here and knight h4. That's cute. Could have taken on d4 actually as well. I'll go for this. This is the cutest move. Okay. Now I'm just winning. Okay. It was a weird and quick finish. Everything I said just happened. Okay. What about the opening? Yeah, it's kind of rare, I think, to allow bishop takes f4. Yeah, I played this b6 idea to exchange those bishops. I couldn't really try it immediately because after something like knight d2 I cannot play bishop h6, bishop a6 because I lose a knight. But after I castled, I can actually prepare this idea. I traded those bishops, and maybe here, yeah, I thought maybe I could play queen d6 to get this idea of limiting the knight as early as possible, because after queen d6 I'm attacking here. If he goes knight e5, I wanted to play knight f to d7. This is apparently sort of okay. I can play c5 at any moment, but knight at d7 at least prepares the idea f7, f6 to kick away the knight or force the trade on d7, which I would be happy about. Yeah, and on g3 I would also play knight f d7, I think. And then play c5, and if allowed, prepare e5. Supported by a rook on e8 most likely. c5, knight c6. Okay, rook e1. I was attacking here, my opponent protected. c4 is a move I don't really understand in this position, because it kind of looks like what is faster if he ever generates some sort of attack. This could be annoying, and closing the position with c4 kind of stops any immediate counterplay I could have on the queen side. This can still happen. For instance, c4, I can push my pawns all the way, but this will take some time, whilst he will be able to start some play on the other side of the board. I played rook f8. I have two rooks that have not participated in the game just yet, so let's play this. And yeah, here I took advantage of the fact that the knight had left, so he could not recapture with a piece. And this looked okay to me. Knight e7 immediately. At some point I mentioned this to put the knight on the better square, but I started with queen b7. I just wanted to get away from these potential problems. Queen b7, a3, rook to the opened file, knight e7, h6. Yeah, I could have played knight e4 as well, yes. The only thing I had to take care about was this g5 square, so that on knight g5 I had the response, because if I do something random, knight g5 looked annoying. Even this for some reason is okay, but yeah, if I have to play something like this, that's a bit annoying. Knight g4 is annoying. Cannot capture. The pressure can quickly go up in my position. h6, g4. I mentioned this move actually. It's not the favorite option of the computer, but from a human standpoint this looks logical, I think. I created a hook with h6. My opponent wants to take advantage of it and start an attack. This I closed with h5. f6 was better, but this is not something I thought about at all. h5 is just more logical. If nothing happens, I'm just closing the attack and stopping it, and then I can go on with my play on the other side. He captured, and I just thought this was just a piece for nothing, but -1 for an entire knight is kind of, I'm not going to say great compensation, but at least there's some play. g6, now it's not good. With queen h3, apparently he had some play. What about g6? Queen e6, and I'm losing. Knight f5 was forced, after which queen h5. Interesting, he had some play still. It's easy to mess up, at least with black. I traded, played rook c8. Now I own the c file. Knight to f5. Knight to f6. I wanted to protect this one. Knight to f6. Knight to f7. Queen c6. And here I played this cute move. Yeah, so this motif, the king doesn't have that many squares. In case I'm able to give a check, in general you see this motif when there's a pawn here. Kind of start to see these back rank issues, but since I always have a knight that can jump to h4, I saw this. Queen to c1. Maybe he didn't see it. He just thought I misclicked and wanted to play queen c2, so he was like, yeah, I'm gonna take the queen, but no. Maybe queen c2 was good as well, but then I have to worry about the pawn on e6. Maybe that makes it a bit more complicated. But queen c1 is very forcing because I can make more trades, which always favor me because I'm up a knight. And yes, here I'm protecting the pawn on e6 whilst preventing the king from going to the e file. So my opponent resigned in this position. This was a very decent game actually. Okay, that was cool. Thanks for watching.